I don't cheat, I don't lie. If you did, my old man slapped me across the face. Maybe someone should have slapped him. Find out who said that and more coming up on College Football Now. Get your popcorn ready because it's a bloodbath between Jimbo Fisher and Nick Saban. Welcome into College Football Now. I am Harrison Graham from Chat Sports. Normally, we wouldn't do a college football video in the middle of May, but here we are because Nick Saban opened the door and Jimbo Fisher has kicked it down. Let's get you caught up on what's happened. First of all, that was Jimbo Fisher who said that quote just minutes ago. Quote, "I don't cheat, I don't lie. If you did, my old man slapped me across the face. Maybe someone should have slapped him," him being Alabama head coach Nick Saban. He said Nick Saban should have been slapped Will Smith style. Oh my goodness. This is unbelievable, and this, of course, stems at what happened yesterday, and if you didn't see that, we'll get you caught up in just a second. But pure and simple, this is why college football is the best. This would never happen in any other sport where you would have two national championship winning head coaches bark at each other about, "You're cheating. No, you're cheating. I don't cheat. No, I don't cheat." That's basically what's going on here with all the NIL madness with players getting paid a bunch of money, and Nick Saban thinks Jimbo's a cheater. He said this, quote, "We were second in recruiting last year. A&M was first. A&M bought every player on their team, made a deal for name, image, and likeness. We didn't buy one player." This caused Jimbo to go absolutely scorched earth on Nick Saban, which, by the way, we should just mention this. Bryce Young made $1 million last year, so Alabama's buying players. Let's just be very clear about that from the beginning. More on that later on in the show. More quotes to come as well to kind of go through a timeline of what has transpired here. Pick a side. Whose side are you on? Jimbo Fisher and Texas A&M's as he's playing defense, or Nick Saban and Alabama as he's playing offense? Let us know. JF for Fisher, NS for Saban. We'll ask you this again at the end of the video, so if you need more evidence, stay tuned because we got a lot more here to come here on this situation. Oh, and it really heated up when Jimbo Fisher called Nick Saban a narcissist. That's when it really got pretty crazy on Twitter as Brett McMurphy and all these other folks were live tweeting in the press conference, which, by the way, Jimbo Fisher called this press conference today purely to respond. He just went scorched earth for 10 or 15 minutes. He did not take any questions to my knowledge. He just said, "Hey, Nick Saban pissed me off. Well, here you go. Here's what I have to say." Will Nick Saban respond? I hope so. I mean, this is classic. This is epic stuff. This is why I love this sport, because you get this head coaching drama, and you have guys chiming in, including Lane Kiffin. We'll get to him later on in the show as well. This is fantastic. If you don't enjoy this, you don't like entertainment, because college football sometimes is the best entertainment that you will find, and we're not even talking about when they play the games, which is also very entertaining as well. This is why you subscribe, because whether it's NFL coverage, NBA, or college football feud coverage, we've got you covered here on Chat Sports with a bunch of different videos, news, rumors, beef like this one. We like to have fun here at Chat Sports, so subscribe, hit the big red button, and if you like this video, hey, maybe we can do more shows like this one. I said, you know what, Jimbo and Nick Saban are going at it. I'm going to crank up a video here at Chat Sports because that's what we do. We like to have a good time. And shout out to producer Jeremy Chuggs for cooking up this thumbnail, which is the thumbnail you saw when you clicked on this video. Saban versus Jimbo. You get in the ring. Saban, you know, he's looking good for 70, but he is 70. Jimbo's got the age advantage. He's got the size advantage as well. You know, 162 feels generous for Jimbo, but that is what he's listed on. Shout out Wikipedia. Did we make up their reach numbers? Maybe, maybe not. It's hard to say. And then, of course, the money bags down there, because that's what this is all about. NIL, name, image, and likeness. And Nick Saban starting a fire that he can't finish, calling out Jimbo Fisher, saying he's buying all his players, which may or may not be true. I definitely think there is some truth to that. More from Jimbo. Quote, It's a shame that we have to do this. It's really despicable. That was a popular word at this press conference. It's despicable to sound like Jimbo, that a reputable head coach could say it. It's despicable that we have to sit here at this level of ball and say things to defend the people of this organization, the kids, 17-year-old kids, and their family. Then it even got more interesting. Jimbo went on to say this quote, "Go dig into his past. I know the guy. I know him really well." So he's basically saying, yeah, Saban, he's got skeletons in the closet. He's done stuff in his past. Go look into him. I know the guy. I coached with the guy, which he did several years ago. This is going to be fun. October 8th. Tuscaloosa this year as Alabama looks to bounce back after Jimbo finally got Saban last year at Kyle Field. I think College Game Day's already booked their tickets because they'd be stupid not to go there. Even on a day where Texas-Oklahoma's on that day, that's going to be an explosive Saturday in college football. I'll tell you that right now. I cannot wait. Give me an early prediction. A&M, Alabama. The beef is going to just heat up from here. I cannot wait. Type T for Texas A&M. Type A for Alabama. Who you got in this matchup coming up here in about 5 months? More from Jimbo. I have nothing to hide. Our program has nothing to hide. It would be very interesting if everybody could say that. We didn't buy any players. I think not only is he defending himself saying we didn't cross any lines, he's basically calling Saban out and saying, yeah, we didn't do this, but you know what? You did. Go look into this guy. He's done stuff. Believe me, I know him. I believe that they both are doing it, and most top college football programs are, because why wouldn't you right now? Name, image, and likeness is it's basically an unwritten rule for go do whatever you want. That's basically where it's at right now, and I think the NCAA would like to get it under control, probably needs to get a little bit more under control. It's entertaining as hell, I will say that. And by the way, I do want to call Nick Saban out for this, saying we need to get back to the days of parody in college football. That's never existed in the history of the sport. You find me a time where parody existed in college football, and I will gladly come on this show and say I was wrong. But it's never been a thing. It's always been a blue blood sport with occasional sprinkles here and there. But if the last 20 years have showed you anything, it's about 6 programs right now with occasional other teams finding their way into the mix, and A&M trying to be one of those teams that gets into the mix. You look at the recruiting classes from this past cycle, which is really what this stems from. They were the top 2 classes. I mean, it's not like Bama had a bad class. This is a great class for Nick Saban, but Saban's basically saying, they just bought all their 30 recruits and their 8 5-stars and their 19 4-stars and their 3 3-stars. And look, on paper, this is the greatest recruiting class of all time. So, kudos to Jimbo. I don't know what he did, but he clearly did something right, and Nick Saban isn't happy about it. There's no doubt about that. Saban also called out Jackson State and Deion Sanders, and my first reaction was, Nick, you got commercials with Prime. Why are you calling out Deion Sanders, who tweeted out last night, too, that I'm going to sound off on Saban tomorrow. We didn't do this. We didn't do that. So, hey, NIL spicing things up in college football. There is no doubt about it. Get your popcorn ready. This isn't going away. You're going to see more of this, I believe, over the coming weeks, months, and probably years until, there's a more clear definition of what you are allowed to do with name, image, and likeness. I don't think NIL was to intend boosters to give recruits millions of dollars, but that is kind of what it has turned into over the past year. And of course, Lane Kiffin had to jump in and just throw a little comment here on Twitter. Did this really just happen? Tags Clay Travis there. First time I can remember being speechless. SEC meetings in Destin. Oh, I can't wait for that. The SEC, that's got to be on 24 coverage national television when those two guys, if they were smart, they would have those Saban and Jimbo sit right next to each other at that event. If they don't, the SEC are a bunch of frauds. We'll see what happens there. Classic Lane Kiffin, get dipping his toes into the water. You know how he is. He likes to kind of just sneak around that way and just kind of play from the sidelines. All right, so there you go. That's a lot of the explosive quotes, and I don't think this story's going away. If Saban claps back, we'll hit you with another video here on Chat Sports. So one more time, pick a side. Type JF for Jimbo Fisher. Type NS for Nick Saban. Fisher entertained me this morning. I might lean with Jimbo. Let us know in the comments, and we'll see you soon here on Chat Sports.